Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about the Challengers World. I'm here on my Blaze Wizard. I have hit level 270 and I have hit the Diamond rank. So I want to talk about how I got to Diamond rank, maybe give you guys some advice, and just overall talk about the Challengers World so far. Show you what my gear looks like, what my combat power is, and everything like that. And of course, if you enjoy this video, definitely be sure to subscribe. It helps out a lot. Pull up to the live streams, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. And of course, join the Discord so you can join the community and get any help with whatever you want. All right, so I want to start with why getting Diamond on the Challengers World is so good. Well, the reason why getting Diamond is so good is because you basically get all of the rewards that come with the Challengers World. In particular, these Ultimate Legion growth potions, which you can see I've already claimed, and I've already claimed them on Chronos. You can actually claim the Emerald and Diamond rewards on your main server before the Challenger World leap period begins. So you can actually get your stuff right away. And as a matter of fact, with those potions, I was able to actually get 8.5k Legion. I actually went from 6.9k before the Challengers World started to 8.5k Legion. So just playing on my Blaze Wizard and getting to Diamond brought me all the way to 8.5k Legion. Now, I don't know about you, but I find that pretty crazy, to be honest with you. That is a huge Legion gain for me and for my entire account. As you can see on my characters, a lot of them are level 200, literally with no gear. Like, you just see them level 200 with pretty much nothing on. Like, all these characters are like essentially just level 1 gear, and it's because I use those potions to get them to 200 and build my Legion. So I actually have all the Legion blocks that I need now. 8.5k Legion is a huge power boost. Like, you can stay at 8.5k for a long time and get pretty much most of the value from your Legion board and your link skills. So any Legion moving forward after this point, I wouldn't necessarily be actively doing. It would just come from whatever hyper burns I get along the way or any event that gives me free levels. And like I said, this is all because I managed to hit Diamond and get these potions. So now the next thing is, how did I actually manage to hit Diamond in time? I made videos in the past on how you can hit Emerald and how you can hit Diamond. The biggest thing that contributes to how you can hit Diamond is obviously practicing the bosses. If, for example, I was a new player and I didn't know how to do Hard Will that well, I didn't know how to do Gloom or Dark Canal, it would be way harder to get to Diamond, because not only would I have to spend a lot of time practicing the bosses, I would also have to fund my character way more to be able to even clear the boss, because a lot of the bosses that I did them at pretty much min damage with only like a few minutes left in the timer, or even like 1 minute left on the timer. So that's my big advantage that I have, is I know how to do the bosses. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't learn them. You definitely can learn them. You could do these bosses for the missions in practice mode as well, so you have more damage than normal because you have all of the practice mode buffs. And the other one is I managed to hit 270. If I was level 265, I would still have to spend a lot more time doing dailies, a lot more time training or anything like that, so I would be able to level. If you guys have been following my stream, you would know that I don't really train this character that much. I do my dailies every single day. Monster Park, Urda Request daily, Arcane dailies, all that stuff. I do not miss those. And if you were to keep doing all of your dailies alongside the event buffs that give you even more XP from those dailies, you would be at least level 265 at this point if you've been doing it every single day from the start. Probably around 266 actually. And using the event resources like advanced XP vouchers, Golden Tomato Punch Gang maybe could push you around to 267, but there's still 3 levels that I've gotten without training, and I've used the Luxana to do so. This is a event map that you can go to by either getting the tickets from the event so you can AFK in there and get some XP, or by paying Maple points to extend the amount of duration you could be in there. Now, the reason why I did this is because I don't know about anybody else, but I feel super burnt out playing on multiple worlds at a time. I actually said that this would happen when I initially made the Challenger World videos, that this is going to lead to a lot of burnout. Doing dailies across multiple characters, across multiple worlds is a lot. Like, you spend a lot of time doing it, especially Urda Request. Like, I mean, this is a whole different conversation, but this daily takes so long, especially at low Sacred Force. So I used the Luxana to help me get to level 270 faster, so I could just finish the Challengers World and not have to think about it anymore, just for my own sake of like mental burnout. But if you don't want to use the Luxana, that's perfectly fine, and I'm not saying you have to use it at all. I'm just saying that's what I did, just to finish a little bit faster, because I'm so sick of doing so many dailies every single day. You can still hit 270 pretty easily on the Challengers World just through doing dailies. Like, you don't have to do any bossing. You could still hit 270. It would just take a few extra weeks of dailies, and then you would eventually hit 270 and you would get the points from the mission. But like I mentioned before, the bossing is the big one. Are you looking for a new browser? You should definitely try Opera GX then. With my link down below, you could download it and try it for free. You don't gotta buy anything. And let me tell you about it real quick. So for me, I put a wallpaper on the browser of the MapleStory mages just because I think this picture is really nice. It also has a bunch of shortcuts to any website that you want to go to. There's a sidebar that's actually really useful. One of the main things that Opera GX has is called GX Control, where you can limit the amount of RAM and CPU usage that certain websites have, or even network usage so your computer and your browser runs faster. It also has other integrations like Twitch or Spotify that allow you to just play your music so you don't even have to have the apps open themselves. And you guys might have heard that uBlock Origin just got destroyed off of Google Chrome, so Opera GX offers its own ad block that's really good. It's just built into it. Toggle it on and then you have no ads for whatever site that you're on. It even has a built-in panic button in case you're looking at something that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be looking at. Press the panic button and it's gone. Just like that. Anyways, like I said, thank you Opera GX for sponsoring. If you want to try it, link down below in the description. It would help me out a lot. Appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the video. Now, specifically, why did I not do these 3 bosses at their hardest difficulty? Why did I not do Chaos Slime? Why did I not do Hard Lucid? And why did I not do Hard Vihilla? So Hard Vihilla actually has the highest HP out of any of these bosses, and I probably could do it, but it would be very, very hard. Hard Vihilla also has lower damage uptime because she teleports a lot. There's a lot of like debris and garbage that's around her that forces you to move, or you would have to wait for a teleport. You would have to cleanse and catch strings. All these things slow down your uptime, so it would be very hard to clear her at around my 30 mil combat power. Hard Lucid has phase 3, and because I'm not playing a really big burst class, it would be very hard for me to do. I probably can't even do it. And then Chaos Slime is honestly just really annoying. I just hate this boss. Might be able to do it, but I didn't really need to. Hard Will, Hard Darknell, these were the hardest 2 to do. I would say, like, at least for me on BlazeWizard, it would be at least like 29 to 30 mil combat power with the Arcane Force boost and level advantage to clear these, because they were both at pretty much min damage. And then Chaos Gloom, I did it pretty easily around like 25 to 26 mil combat power. Normal Vihilla, I did it around 21 mil combat power, and it was really easy. I had like 10 minutes left or something. And then Hard Damien, I did it around 21 mil combat power as well. And then Hard Lotus, I did it around 17 mil combat power. Everything before that is pretty easy. Like, you could kill them very, very quickly. Now, of course, combat power isn't everything. The IED matters a lot. I have 2 15% IED fams, puts me at 96.5%, and then I'm here at 30.4 mil combat power. Now, let's look at some of the gear. So I chose the continuous ring from the gold box. Continuous ring is better on most classes. If you're not sure, you should ask your class Discord which one to get, but it's really good because if you know the boss mechanics and you have really high damage uptime, you're going to get a lot of value from this ring. Whereas a ring of restraint, you only get value from it during your burst. And if you mess up your burst or the boss moves around, you lose so much value from it. But some classes obviously should get ring of restraint if you're a very burst focused class. But for most people, I would say the continuous ring is better. Now, what I did is I pretty much only went for damage gear. I know that in videos before I mentioned that making Meso drop gear is really important, but that advice was for people who the Challenger World character is their main. Since it's going to be your main, getting Meso drop gear helps a lot because you need income, you need drops from monsters, and you need drops from bosses. But for me, I used all of my money to just try and get as much damage gear as possible. And I'll show you how I got the Mesos and how much everything in total costed approximately. So I have an event ring here, 18%, another event ring, 18%, another event ring, 21%. So these are just 3 free rings I got from the events. Got them to legendary and got some stats on them. Pink Bean Cup, nothing too crazy on it. This is the free Dominator pendant. Nothing too crazy on this. Superior pendant. So like I said, I've been doing my dailies every single day and I was able to buy a superior pendant. Now, the reason why I equipped the superior pendant despite not even having the superior 4 set is just because it's something that I can cube up and get some stats for now just to help me clear these missions. Whereas my only other option would be like a Mechanator pendant or a Horntail pendant. And in hindsight, I probably could have still cleared the bosses with them, but I just got this pendant anyways. In the future, when I start over it, I'll just recube it. Arcane weapon. This is a big one. I did get lucky to get an arcane weapon to drop from clearing the C10 bosses in a party, because I've been doing them in party bosses with my friends, and I did happen to get a weapon to drop. And I also got a really good flame on it. Tier 7 magic with 10 boss. Got 2-line magic on it, so this is a pretty significant power increase. You can can see the difference in combat power from the free weapon and the arcane weapon. It's like 4.5 mil combat power. It's quite a lot of damage. Superior belt got this to drop as well. And during the 30% off event from a few weeks ago, I was lucky enough to get a pink bean belt to 21 stars, and I transferred it to this, and then also got its legendary with 18%. Challenger's gear, Sweetwater tattoo. So I did decide to do Commercy. The reason why I did Commercy is because the only other option for this slot would have been a Zac face, and obviously the Zac face can only go to 10 stars, so I wanted something that can go to 17 just to get a little bit more damage, and I could cube it to legendary. Black bean mark, got this as a drop, 2-line, 16 stars as well. Only other option would have been either a monocle, but I didn't have enough dinaros at the time, or the Zac eye. Now I do have an eye patch, but honestly the black bean mark was way cheaper to star up, so I just didn't bother using this. This is all challenger's gear. And then for my earrings, these are just the free earrings that you get from the boss set, so nothing too crazy here. I did get a superior earring to drop recently, and look at this, it's already a higher combat increase with literally nothing on it, so I am going to switch to this eventually, but I didn't at the moment. Heart, got 3-line on this. This was pretty lucky as well. Now this secondary potential might not look that good at first, but if you really think about it, this potential is actually very good. 2-line boss with IED, it's super strong for bossing because IED is actually really important to get on the challengers world. So this line of IED gives me a ton of damage, and then the 2 boss lines, especially when you don't have Legion or like link skills or anything like that, having these boss lines actually helps a lot. And set effects, I don't have a lot of set effects because I just don't have a lot of gear, so the boss lines actually give me quite a lot of damage. Like this is better than 2-line attack, this is better than 1-line attack with boss, this is probably even better than 1-line attack with 2 lines of boss given the current circumstances. And then my emblem is a line of magic with a line of IED. Now I probably could get rid of this IED line at the moment and get 2-line magic and then get a 3rd familiar with IED on it, and it'll most likely be an overall damage gain, but I didn't think it was necessary to do. Now all of this gear in total took probably around 10 to 12 bill mesos to get all of it, like the cubing cost, starring cost. It was probably around 10 to 12 bill mesos. So how did I get those mesos? That's the next question. Well, this character gets me around 2 to 3 billion mesos a week. Now that's from doing the daily bosses. I would do the daily bosses every single day and the weekly bosses every single week. I would also do Ursus. So daily bosses every day is around 100 mil. Ursus every day is also another 100 mil. So throughout the week, that's around 1.4 bill. And then throughout the weekly bosses, since I do them in a party, it's like 1.7 bill. So it's around like 3 bill a week just from this character. Now another thing that I invested in is my Sia. So I decided to create my Sia on the challengers world, and because Sia has a lot of bonuses for her, like in particular because she's a new class, like the wish upon a star nodes and XP coupons and stuff like that, I also put my item burning on her, and she's at 9 mil combat power. This class is so OP, by the way. Like 9 mil combat power Sia Estelle is like way stronger than almost any other class at 9 mil combat power. So I used her as well to do daily bosses again and the weekly bosses. So with Sia, I would get another 100 mil a day from daily bosses, so around 700 a week, plus the weekly bosses, which is around another like 1.4 bill. So I would get almost 2 bill a week from her, and then around 3 bill a week from my Blaze Wizard. So in total, I would have around like 10 to 12 bill that I spent on this Blaze Wizard. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 12 to 15, but that's the way I got my mesos and why I even made my Sia here. And at this point, I do my dailies on my Sia so I can try and get her to 260. That's how I've been leveling her. I haven't trained her pretty much at all, only a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So that's how I got my mesos to get this gear. That's how I was able to hit 270, and then these are the bosses that I cleared. Now, a few tips for anybody who is still trying to get to Emerald or still trying to get to Diamond. First thing is, remember that there's still a lot of time to the Challengers World. Like, even if you don't hit it today, you still have approximately another month of the Challengers World. So there's still time to do all the dailies and a lot of XP to get, especially because as you are enhancing this like Starlight Phantom buffs at the bottom, the dailies become stronger and stronger. And also make sure you're using practice mode to do the missions. Like the practice mode buffs, especially Seiram's Elixir, the fact that it lasts the entire 30 minutes is actually a very big damage increase. Practicing the bosses will help you a lot. Like you probably can clear a lot of the bosses already, but you just need more practice. If you're somebody who went the path of getting Meso drop gear, you're gonna get a lot stronger when you keep farming, because not only are you getting more mesos and stuff like that, you're also getting way more Hexa. This is my Hexa, by the way. It's pretty much just level 1 stuff, but I have this skill at level 4. I didn't even get Janice because because I just wanted to get as much damage as possible, and I just struggled through my dailies. Like, my dailies were just so much more annoying because I didn't have Janice. And then this is my Hexastat. I don't have Hexastat 2, and I got 488, which is literally the lowest thing that you could possibly roll, but it was still better than nothing. This is my Arcane Force. This is my Sacred Force, so it's not maxed, but I am still getting a lot of damage off my symbols as well. And this is all because I kept doing all my dailies and weeklies, obviously. Oh, I also did Monster Park Extreme every single week on this, and High Mountain. High Mountain as well is something that I would always claim every single week and do because it would give you a lot of XP, a lot of frags, and Soul Urta and stuff. I don't have the Soul Urta booster. Soul Urta booster probably would have made me a little bit stronger at this point, but I didn't think I needed it. Alternatively, if you want to hit level 275 and you're somebody who's training your main quite a lot, it means you don't actually have to do a lot of these bosses. Like, you can skip out on Hard Will, you could skip out on Hard Darknell, and just clear up to Chaos Gloom, which really is like significantly easier than these two. It's way easier to do than the other ones. And then you would just have to do like up to Hard Low Main pretty much. Actually, you might not even have to even do Chaos Gloom, because if you keep claiming the 1000 mobs 5 times a week, you're gonna get a lot of points just off of that. So you might only have to do up to Hard Damien and then normal version of the rest of the bosses if you're somebody who wants to train 275. So that's my advice for you guys. There's still a lot of time left. You don't have to be at Diamond today. You don't have to be at Emerald today, but it's definitely possible for sure. Like, you can 100% do it. Biggest thing, in my opinion, is practicing the bosses, or if you're not practicing the bosses, then you're gonna have to go train to 275 with the Meso drop gear that you make. Anyways, with that all being said, appreciate you guys watching this video. If you have any questions, definitely be sure to leave a comment down below. Let's all help each other out here. Pull it to a live stream so you can see what I do next. And of course, check out Opera GX. It's really good. Try it out. Just gotta download it and install it. Don't gotta buy anything. And if you don't want to use it, uninstall it. Really simple. Anyways, appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.